anybody else, but the first 6 months of 2024 were just like chaotic. I thought I was grown at 25, 26, but I really feel grown now. Like, I feel like I am in my prime. I was still very early on in that pregnancy. I was probably like 6 to 7 weeks. Nobody could have told me that that would have happened, period. So I'm glad that I kind of got my ducks in a row to prepare me for that moment. Although my walk with him has started off a bit rocky, babe, I'm still in it. Hi guys, welcome back, or welcome to my channel. My name is Shay. For those of you who are new here, if you're new here, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below for me. As y'all can see, I'm in the car. I'm on the way to go celebrate one of my dear friends' birthday. I also wanted to hop on here and do kind of like a life update, chit chat while I'm on the way to my location. But yeah, like I was saying, I wanted to come on here and do kind of like a life update, chit chat, kind of talk to you guys, because I have been so inconsistent on here, and I don't want y'all to think I'm just like, I just like have been doing this purposely or like intentionally like not posting, because that has not been the case at all. I say that to say I'm slowly like getting out of my waiting period and slowly getting back to my craft, which one of them is obviously YouTube, so I'm excited for that. Life has been great, but life has also been lifing. I don't know if it's anybody else, but the first 6 months of 2024 were just like chaotic, like so chaotic. I don't even know where to start, y'all, because it's been so long since I've done like a sit down video that this is like, I forget how to do these sometimes, which is crazy. I actually started off YouTube with story times, which was nothing but literally sitting in front of the camera. So now that I'm getting even like a little bit weird about it, it's like, it's annoying. It's like I be forgetting how to talk in front of the camera sometimes. You have been following me on my Instagram, which if you don't, go follow me there. This is my biggest platform though, but I still suggest that y'all go follow me on Instagram. I'm a lot more active on there. That's because it's really just posting a picture. Like, it's really easy to be active on Instagram. But if you've been following me, you know that I've been kind of going through like a very transformative period in my life. Aside of being married and a mom for almost a year now, which is crazy and a whole other thing, I've really just been coming into my own as a woman, period. I turned 27, which is so crazy to say out loud. I turned 27 in April. I thought I was grown at 25, 26, but I really feel grown now. Like, I feel like I am in my prime. 3 years away from 30 is crazy. I've just been in my grown woman era, really diving back into me, getting back to myself, growing my relationship with God as well. I decided last year, literally at the very end of 2023, that I really wanted to start taking my relationship with God seriously. I've always had a relationship with God, but I wasn't prioritizing it in the way that I felt like I should have. I took a leap of faith. I actually got baptized in May. I just want to say the first part of 2024, I was literally in the mental trenches, y'all. My camera definitely fell. But at the very end of the year, my husband and I found out that we were expecting. Very random, because we definitely were not trying at that time. And literally, y'all, on January 1st, the first day of 2024, I miscarried. Also, very random as well, because I'm just like, okay. I was still very early on in that pregnancy. I was probably like 6 to 7 weeks. But it was still a lot to process. Like, one, finding out that I'm pregnant in the first place, and two, finding out that I had a miscarriage. Still don't understand what caused it. My doctors couldn't figure it out. They just chalked it up to these things being something that happened. I felt like that's something that really could have mentally impacted me, but I just kept praying through that and pushing on, because that's really all you can do. And I really felt like, you know, it was an attack on my mind from the enemy, but I kept praying, kept seeking God, kept getting in my Bible, and was able to kind of like work through that. At the same time, I did get in therapy as well, which I had already had that set up before I had even found that I was pregnant. So I'm glad that I kind of got my ducks in a row to prepare me for that moment, and I was already in therapy, because that also helped a lot. Okay, so yeah, that happened in January. Then the next month, I fall out with 2 of my closest friends. Something happened, and me and that person no longer on speaking terms. But I knew then too, it was an attack from the enemy on my mind. Nobody could have told me that that would have happened, period. But I guess God saw something or knew something I didn't and wanted to kind of like remove me from the situation, which he did. And then y'all, the next month, another like huge thing happened. My old little Ford Focus, my little silver college car, got hit by a semi truck and is obviously completely just disheveled, out of commission. It's a wrap. That car was fully paid off, and although I knew eventually I wanted to upgrade, I was at a point where I was comfortable not having a car note, and I wasn't pressed on getting a new car at that point either, because why would I want to add another bill? Realistically, I knew at some point it would have had to happen, but at that point I was just like, ugh, why is this a thing? I was so irritated, y'all. Like, I just felt like things just kept happening back to back to back, and there was a point where I just didn't want to do anything. Like, it was hard for me to get up and go work out. It was hard for me to like really just take care of myself as I usually would have done before. I was in such a rut. After that, I just kept praying, kept keeping my eyes focused on God. Like, my relationship with God and just getting closer to Christ really could not have come at a better time in my life. I really attribute that to like the strength that I have, because otherwise I'm like, I don't know how I would have got through that. Like, that ain't nothing but God, nothing but the Holy Spirit, I swear. Looking back on it now, I understand kind of like why all of those things had to happen, because God has been like blessing me in ways that I never even thought imaginable, and has replaced everything that I lost with something better. The friends that I have now are friends that I prayed about. I wish I could show y'all my little notes app, but like literally right before 2024, I was writing down different things that I want. I was writing down the new car, writing down wanting to meet new friends who were like-minded and also on their path to finding God and getting closer to him, and like the similar things that I like too. It's crazy that I've written down and like prayed to God for those things, and then I was low-key shocked when it actually happened, because I wasn't ready for what that meant that he had to take away. All I'm gonna say is be careful praying that prayer, y'all, because oh baby, she was not ready. Yeah, like I said, God has restored everything in me and just blessed me in more ways than one during this period of my life, and I'm just grateful for it. And I really think that he needed to like isolate me in a bit so I can hear his voice a lot clearer, and we can really focus on that relationship, because this was the time that I was able to do that. But yeah, I say all that to say, God has had me in a waiting period. I really had no other choice but to sit there and focus on him and like really study the Bible, understand it, because there's one thing to like read the Bible and then another understand it, and I had just been reading it for so long. And now I'm just happy that I kind of like got through all of that, and now that I have, I can kind of like move on with my life and focus on the things that need my attention right now, which is my little family, getting back into my creativity, relaunching my candle business, and really focusing on the relationships that I love, and first and foremost just prioritizing my relationship with God, because baby, although my walk with him has started off a bit rocky, babe, I'm still in it. We still out here. But God has you in the season of isolation and waiting. I know it can feel like you are just stuck there, but trust me, there really is a light at the end of the tunnel. I can't even talk. But for so long I was just like, okay God, like I see everybody else attacking their goals and like able to do this and that, but I feel like in that time period he really just wanted me to be still, and that was the hardest thing for me to do, because I usually am a very highly productive person, but I was forced basically to sit down, be still, and listen to God and like follow his direction. And I'm grateful for it, because my life has totally transformed and changed through that. Baby, therapy and church is like the dynamic duo. If you're not in therapy too, get in therapy and get in church. Anyways, that's all from my girl talk chit chat. I'm about to go in Target, run and get my friend her flowers, because y'all know black people do stuff last minute, and I gotta get a car too. Baby, I'm showing up with the car late. I was supposed to be at the restaurant 30 minutes ago, and that's crazy. And I don't have a pen. I don't know what to do. Oh, let me go ahead. I'm gonna be like an hour late by the time I get there, and I really hate that for me.
Don't come around if you ain't close to me. I ain't built like them. It gotta work for me. Just cause I haunt you don't mean I want you, I don't. You got some high hopes, I hope